Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick recap on what we went over Friday. We had a few freeze ups and a few problems, so I thought I'd kind of shorten this so you didn't have to watch the whole Google Meet video. So the first thing we went over was COVID concerns when you return. Uh, Basically, there's going to be a few policies that are put in place by the health department and the school system. Just make sure you follow those, and we'll go over that in more detail this week. And we also went over the knife safety PowerPoint, which we'll do again right now. And we went over online expectations for next week. This week's where I'm really going to start putting the grades in, and I expect you to show up on time and complete the work on time. I think I have a better understanding of Schoology, and you have a better understanding, so we need to move forward. But once again, if you have any questions, you can always message me. That seemed to work really well. Once again, multiple computer problems last week. Thanks for your patience and understanding all last week. I really appreciate that. It was driving me crazy, but we got through it, and we'll get through it again this week. Okay, knife safety. The most important part of knife safety is that you're responsible for the knife you're using. You're responsible for the knife you use from the time you take it to the time you put it back. That's it. It just stays with you at all times. Okay. It's very important that these knives do not just get laid by the dish machine or the sink. And I really want us to work on that this year. Next slide. How to carry and walk with your knife. Always walk with your knife facing downward to your side. It's very important you do this. There's a lot of people in the kitchen, and if you don't, someone could get hurt. Uh, Another thing we discussed is a lot of times people will put their knife on top of their cutting board and carry it that way. I still want you to keep that knife down by your side when you're finished at your station. Okay, safety and sanitation for mandolins. I'm going to try to draw here. Let me see. These right here, these are called mandolins. They have very sharp blades on them. I want to make sure that you guys know to use the cut resistant glove here, and then you put the food safety glove over that, and this is where they are stored in this filing cabinet there. Okay, so make sure when you clean your mandolin, go ahead and keep the glove on that you were using to clean it, and it'll just help with the safety because you could cut yourself just as easily cleaning it as you could using it cutting something. So just remember where these mandolins go, and they are just like a knife, probably more dangerous than a knife. So just keep that in mind. Next slide. Cutting board setup. Okay, here you need your sanitizer water, and then you put a clean towel into that water, and then you kind of wring it out so it's damp. Okay, this is what I want to make clear. Your towel should never look like this one here. This here is not good, okay? Because your board will wobble. It needs to be nice and flat and smooth, okay? And then right here is just how you set your board down. It's that simple. I've seen a lot of times last year people not having that towel under their board and it slides around, and it's very dangerous. So just keep that in mind. Okay, how and where should I wash my knife? Can I wash my knife in the dish machine? Yes, you can, but you need to run it through the dish machine and wait until the cycle is finished. Open the dish machine, take the knife out, wipe it down, and you need to wipe, if you want to wipe your knife down, you need to wipe it down with a paper towel. Okay, we'll go into that in more detail when we're in the actual kitchen lab. And you can also wash it in the 3-compartment sink, but don't have somebody else wash the knife you're using for you. Don't just set it there. You need to wash it yourself. Okay, same thing. Wash, rinse, sanitize, and then you dry it off with a paper towel. Very simple. Just put it back where it belongs once you're done. And that's what I really want to work on this year. And now, next week or this week, we'll start going on over sharpening. Uh, Let me switch slides here. We'll go over uh, why is a dull knife more dangerous than a sharp knife, and go over sharpening methods uh, and different styles and knives. So really, I'll leave you with this before we start the next segment. If you look at this illustration, it takes a dull knife. It takes a lot more force when you don't have a fine edge like this one here. Okay, that's a terrible arrow, but it requires more force, and then the knife can get out of control, and that's where people cut themselves. And also, it's not a very clean cut when your knife's not sharp, and it can actually do more damage. But we'll go into that in more detail this week. Um, Once again, thanks for watching this, and I will post it on Schoology. Have a nice day.